YouTube, it's your boy Woke. The man couldn't keep us down for too long, bro. We back. We back with another one, man. We finna get into a damn esports boxing creator event review. I'm gonna give y'all my takes. I know it's been a couple days. But you know what? We don't move on their timeline. We move on our own timeline, right? That's what make me me. I'm gonna go when I wanna go. So I had to sit down. I had to look at all the videos everybody made, right? I had to go through. I had to take a look at them, right? I was like, all right, that makes sense. That don't make sense. I had to sit down and really analyze it, right? And I'm gonna give you my thoughts right here. So before we get to that, right? I appreciate the love on the last video. Y'all keep running it up for me. Looking at the stats, a lot of y'all are watching and ain't subscribing. If you love your boy Woke, hit the subscribe button for me. It'll go a long way. I appreciate it. We gotta go against the algorithm, man. YouTube don't want us to be great. So subscribe for your boy Woke if you want to show love. Like, comment, subscribe. That's what we on. Alright, so get into the video. Here are my thoughts about where the game is and what the six creators had to say about it, right? So first and foremost, right, from what we all know by now, they were given a pretty much an outdated build just to, I guess, test out what the game was at that point in time, right? They weren't able to really clinch. Inside fighting, it worked to a point, but you really couldn't really deep dive into inside fighting. They say obviously the physics were incredible, right? But at the same time, as great as the foundation was, you know, it was a lot of glitches too, right? When you're working on an alpha build, pre-alpha, whatever build it was, it's gonna be a lot of glitches. So that's to be expected, right? So right now, think about it right now, right? Let's break it down. Graphics, right? They say the graphics were incredible. We saw that from the dang last trailer they did with Wilder and Fury. The graphics are incredible. It's gonna be the best looking boxing game. And guess what, man? I got my Xbox Series X, bought me a 4K monitor. So when the game drop, I'm gonna be ready to go. And I'm telling y'all right now, Woke Wednesdays is gonna be a thing, cause anybody can get it. What Adrian Broner said, call me the can man, cause anybody can get it, huh? Mexicans, Americans, that's what Woke Wednesday is gonna be about. Anybody can get these hands on the game, bro. I'm telling you, we running it up. So we finna be doing that on Wednesdays when the game drop, right? Yeah. So the graphics are beautiful. We know that already. Gameplay, like we just mentioned, we got the bare bones of the gameplay pretty much, right? Bare bones, but it's still great, right? What I did see that I really loved hearing about, the physics. We have a true physics game. That above everything changes the whole game right there. All the UFC games, they just animation driven, just bad games. They trash, bro. They so bad. My gosh. And you know, sadly, I downloaded UFC EA UFC 1. I like that one the best. They changed from the Ignite engine, went to Frostbite 2, whatever they was on, and it got real bad. You know, but we got a real physics driven game. That's a game changer, right? Once you know, you're moving, your fighters moving with his natural animations, rather his natural mannerisms. If you try to punch, you're not gonna be magnetized into him. Your fist will miss. You won't always hit the guy, even if you're right up on him. I love hearing that. I love it's no force field when we go to do anything. That's lovely. Pretty much the biggest part that I enjoy hearing about the game is they ain't finna just give you nothing. They ain't finna create these big ass counter windows for you to make sure you hit the dude. Nah, you're gonna have to earn it, right? You have to earn everything you got in this game. That's the first part. Second thing is listening to Fanatico and studying them. And Coach's Corner, I mean, everybody, Showbiz, Reese, everybody, right? Juice, we gonna have to know boxing. I mean, honestly, their videos, it really like made me want to just go back and just go watch some more historic matches, bro. Like that's what I've been doing. Hey, I'm like, hey, shoot, let me go and just rewatch some more boxing. Let me just intake a bunch more boxing. You know, that's really what it's supposed to be. Whatever sports video game you play is supposed to, I guess, make the user interested in the sport, right? I wasn't into soccer like that, right? I started playing FIFA. I went to go learn about the sport of soccer. I learned about the players, the teams, and I was faithfully watching soccer. I still do right now, you know, years ago, just based off me playing a FIFA game. So I think ESBC will actually do that. That will actually cause people to look up these fighters, look up their fighter records, go rewatch their fights, learn about what they're good at and what they're not good at. That's the hallmark of a good sports video game. If a sports video game doesn't make you go and watch the sport or interested in the sport and the athletes, it's not a good game. Like Madden doesn't make you do nothing. I'm sorry. Madden is trash. UFC, trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, FIFA now is trash too, but back then, it was new to me. And I didn't know how bad it was at the time. I switched to PES, and I pray PES gets back good, right? But it makes you want to go learn about the sport. That's what the ESBC is going to do first and foremost from what I'm getting, right? So, I love those two things so far. Next thing I love how each and every fighter varies, right? Fanatico said his guy he loved most was Kell Brook, right? Kell Brook ain't the best fighter in the world, right? Kell Brook, what it fit his style, right? Styles make fights. Me personally, I prefer like a boxer puncher, right? An aggressive boxer punter, or honestly, I like a pure boxer too. The fighter I like, I guess, I assume I'll like using the most. He's not in the game, but just style-wise, if y'all watched Tony Harrison fight last night, I love how pure he is, right? He keeps you at range. He's a great counter puncher, but when it's time for him to be aggressive, a lot of straights, a lot of combinations, and then his inside work is crazy. Like, I'm telling you, go rewatch that Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo 2 fight. He lost that fight, but until he got a little cocky at the end and got caught, he was winning that fight. It was a beautiful display of what Tony Harrison had to show. Go watch that Tony Harrison fight versus Jermell Charlo 2, and you'll see what I'm saying. Him, I like a guy like Demetrius Andrade. They can do both type of thing, you know, when they can put their foot in the gas when it's time, but if not, they're so elusive, they're so pure. That's what I love. I love Regis Prograis. One of probably my two favorite fighters, Errol Spence, right? He's aggressive. He wants to get up in there, but I guess I'm gonna like the fighters that have options, right? So I don't need to use a Sean Porter. No disrespect to Sean Porter. I don't need to use Joe Frazier. I don't need no Rocky Marciano. I'm gonna have to be able to change game plans and be effective with it. Okay? I liked how each and every fighter, from what they say, you wasn't finna be good with everybody depending on how you want to play. Right? I love that. You pick a certain guy to fit a certain thing. You can't make Joe Frazier mimic Muhammad Ali in the game. That's not finna work. And I love that, right? I love that. I love hearing that. What else? So, I guess looking to a couple of criticisms. And I don't even know if it's necessarily fair criticisms, but I heard Coach's Corner mention it, and I was thinking about it too, even before they ever released the creator event. Inside fighting, right? Framing, posting, pins, all of that. They say you really couldn't do that in the game so far. If you know boxing, if you just watch it, you ain't got to be no expert. I'm not some aficionado myself, you know, right? But I've learned about the sport. I love it, the history of it. Really deep dived into it over the years, and framing and posting is a really essential part of boxing. If you like Errol Spence, you'll know his inside work is crazy, and it's all just him based off his strength, his positioning, and him framing, and that's just him putting his forearm into you at various positions and him getting work in, right? Posting, that means just holding your arm out. You know what I'm saying? When you hold your arm out, it could be range finder. It could also be like a way just for you to kind of put some interference in your opponent's face, right? That's really crucial though. That's probably the most used thing in every boxing fight. Just range finders, range. It didn't seem to be a way that they could do that in the game. And then you know, you got your pin downs and things like that. Sometimes, hey, some people do this. Your opponent has their guard up or whatever. You go there and just set up a shot. You can pull their guard down and shoot and put a straight up in there. Now, granted, some of these mechanics may be difficult to implement, but we need them in the game. That's the one thing I did not hear. We need them in the game, but thankfully, Coach, I believe he told them immediately, oh, we got to have that in the game. We do. That has to be in the game. Inside fighting is a world of its own. Like, you got like Brian Castano, amazing inside fighter. You need these little things to be able to really position, shift, and angle off, create openings, because that inside world is something totally different. It seems like outside fighting in the mid-range is going to be perfect in ESBC, but inside fighting, we got to make sure we get that handle, because in essence, it's almost like wrestling, right? You're wrestling on the inside, right? I used to train Muay Thai, right? Muay Thai is all about positioning, hand work, hand placement. It gets crazy in there. If you want to get a good opening in for a knee, elbow, strike, whatever, framing, posting, pulling the opponent's guard down, hey man, that's gonna be super crucial. Yeah, so inside fighting, we need that for inside fighting. Next thing I kind of thought about that I'm not concerned. I'm sure they'll get it right, but I don't know actually. Hold on, let me think. Okay, the next thing that they kind of mentioned that it kind of made me scratch my head a little bit. Now they're gonna get it right. I'm sure they are. But just based off what they said, when you stun somebody, right? When you stun somebody, you got them rocked. They say the opponent almost moves too fast. Like they just start moving too fast, and you can't hit them, right? And then your opponent, like I guess you get an adrenaline rush, and you're trying to go and get them, but you can't really get them, right? That has to be fixed, right? We gotta be able to fix that. And I hope, honestly, too, when you get in that situation, it can be something where you kind of like go for the kill type of thing, right? I remember in first EA UFC game where it was actually done pretty well too. Your opponent be rocked, they start moving groggy, great animation, and you almost get a set of new punches. Like the crazy windmills, just the barrages. You could do that in EA UFC 1. You don't do that normally when you're fighting, but you see a guy is hurting, groggy. You start, oh, I gotta finish him. Boom, boom. You just throwing. That'd be cool. Like a guy like Deontay Wilder. They make fun of my great brother, but it's true at times. When he has somebody hurt, he start throwing them windmills. Bruh. I want to be able to throw windmills if I got somebody down. Now that can hurt me, obviously, with my stamina. I could get caught because I'm open for a strike. But that's realistic, right? If we want to stay composed, we could do that. But if we want to go and try to kill a dude, knock him out, at the risk of us getting knocked out, let's do it. I want to see that in the game. I am ready to see that in the game. Third thing obviously was the body spam. Clearly they're gonna get that fixed. The body's being way too sensitive, easily to punish. That's gonna be fixed, so I'm not worried about that. All the glitches I'm not worried about. That's just gonna be fixed. And the reason why they gave him this build is because they give him an old build. Most of the stuff they already cleaned up and fixed, right? They're trying to see if the creators, things that they pointed out, are the things that they say, right? So if they're on point and they're able to actually point out the same things, or have pointed out and have fixed the same things the creator said, that lets them know that they're on the right track, right? And that's just all it is. So, hey man, that's all we're worried about right now. The creator event went well. Thank y'all. I guess they did not sell their souls, or at least they say so, right? But that's it. Hey man, like, comment, subscribe. We about to be back. I'm about to put out another video. It's gonna be about the release date. If you haven't watched the first release date video, go check that one out. I'm gonna have it up here somewhere. We go through the history of other first-time combat sports games for other companies, and based off the dev cycle, we actually go through and kind of pinpoint when ESBC may come out. A part 2 is dropping soon. It may even drop later today or tomorrow. We got more evidence of when the game can actually come out. We're gonna keep building a case, getting it right, and making sure I keep y'all informed to see what's going on with ESBC, okay? Hey man, once again, this your boy Woke. Thank y'all for showing love. Please subscribe to the channel. We trying to grow this thing, so when the game drop, we own it. Woke Wednesdays coming soon to a damn console near you. So get your mind right, get your fighters right, cause you're gonna get an L from your boy Woke. So hey, show love, appreciate y'all. Shalom, salute.